Hi, I'm Ernie Zor, and this is Puritas Springs Software's fourth in a series of frequently asked questions videos. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to make your printed forms look better. I'll be using Cuyahoga County Probate Forms application for this demonstration, but just about all of our probate form apps would benefit from this trick, specifically Basic Ohio Probate Forms, Franklin County Probate Forms, Ohio Guardianship Forms, and really any of the probate applications. We'll start with the asset worksheet. This estate is comprised of a few bank accounts, some stocks, household goods, furniture and furnishings, a personal residence, and a few vehicles. I presume you already know how to enter assets in the asset worksheet, so I won't bother entering any assets, and instead I'm going to open right now a file that has the general information worksheet and a few assets entered on the asset worksheet. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to move over to the asset worksheet, and there you see them. You'll notice that the assets are being sent to Forms 4 and 13, but for our purposes we're only interested in Form 6, the inventory, and all the assets are being sent to Form 6, as you can see. So just as an aside, I should mention that each has a Form 6 category selected using the Categories Set button, and you can see the category there for the asset that I'm on right now. It says personal property, intangible property. So now some of those might be Form 4 categories, but the 6 categories have already been selected. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to see how the inventory looks when you print it out. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to close the asset worksheet since we've already taken a look at it. I'm going to click on the File menu. I'm going to click on the Print Forms item. And in this dialog, it automatically selects what you were looking at, and we were looking at the General Information Worksheet. So I'm going to hit Clear All to clear that. And I'm going to go to the Form 6 tab and select, there we go, Form 6.1. And let's click on the Print Preview button. Now what you're seeing is a printout of the schedule of assets in Microsoft Word. We're not seeing Form 6.0 because I didn't ask for it. We're just looking at the schedule, which is Form 6.1. And as I scroll down the page, you'll see that it looks pretty darn good. However, what I guess I don't want to say I don't like it, but what can be improved about it is that the assets are, I'm going to go back towards the top again. There you go. The assets are one after another. In other words, the grand piano is right ahead of household goods furnishing, and it's a little easier to read by using a simple trick that I'm going to do, that I'm going to demonstrate rather. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to close Word. That'll drop us back into the probate application, and I'm going to go back to the asset worksheet. And what I'm going to do to make it look better is I'm going to add a carriage return. I know I'm using dated typewriter technology, but I'm sure you know what I mean. I'm going to put a carriage return behind each entry. And I'm going to go through them right now. You could see how fast that it can be done. And incidentally, when you click in the lower right-hand portion, you could really see where, whether you've got a carriage return there or not. I think I'll be showing you that a little more detail later, but stop. I'm going to stop right now, and let me go to the last entry, and whoops, and I'm going to scroll to the end of it. And that was a bad. I'm going to go ahead and put the carriage return there. And let me go to the one ahead of it. The one that I picked was a bad example. What I wanted to say that is if you click in the lower right-hand corner of this description dialog, which I will do right now, and you will see that the cursor is blinking actually below the entry, and that's the way we want it. If I had clicked in the lower right hand corner and the cursor was blinking right behind the word share, that's not the way I want it. I want that blank line there. And that's it. Really, it was that easy. What I'd like to do now is close the worksheet, and let's print Form 6.1 again and see how it looks. We'll scroll down there. There you go. You see how that is? To me, that's easier to read. And if it's easier for us to read, it's going to be easier for the clerk or the auditor to read. So it's all good news. And that's it. It's just a matter of putting a blank line between separating each entry. It just looks better with it that way. And that's it. I think if you try this trick on your next inventory, you're going to like the additional white space just as much as I do. And again, note that this trick works on any form that lists text like the inventory does, and that would include the accounting and like Form 13.1. And I'll bet there's a dozen other forms that would benefit from this look. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and until next time, take care.